Hey guys, I'm Odan86 and welcome back to another Arsenal episode. And obviously, unfortunately, it's going to be a negative one, but I'm going to try and put a positive spin on it. So it's not going to be a rant. It's not going to be depression and pessimistic and all that jazz. Um, Disappointing for sure. So let's just get straight into it. Obviously, Man City beat Arsenal at home. Well, Arsenal at home, 3-1. I think the scoreline is a bit flattering for Man City. Um, and they go top for the first time, I think, since the beginning of November. So, congratulations to them. Obviously, they're only level on points, but they've got like 10 more goals than us, goal difference wise. And we've got a game in hand. So, on the face of it, it's hugely disappointing. Um, we had an opportunity to really lay down, a concrete um, example of why we should be title contenders, and we failed on that. And very much Arsenal losing the game rather than Man City winning the game. Um, Game of two halves, like it often is with Arsenal at the moment. I think it's our third game now without a win, which is worrying. Um, Yeah, first half we outplayed them in my opinion. We were by far the better team. They were off the pace. We gifted them a goal. I mean, Tomiyasu, bless him. I think his game. He had a poor game. And I think that's mainly because the fact that he hasn't started a game for a while. I think this might actually be the first league game that he's started all season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if not, maybe the second. Um, Came in for Ben White. I mean, there was an idea that he was going to be able to handle their wingers better than White would have done, which I think he did. In fairness to him, like defensively, he was really good. It's just back passes, man, could be dodgy, and it looked terrible. And obviously, De Bruyne had to work hard to get that lob into the goal. A lot of players wouldn't have made it. It's just you give the ball to the one player on the pitch that's going to slot that in at such a weird angle. And yeah, De Bruyne's going to do that. And I think he's probably the only person on the pitch for Man City that would have been able to make that shot. Having said that, you can't give the ball away to them in that kind of position, and it's just they'll punish you. Um, it could be easy to just go in on Tomiyasu, say that he's not good enough and we should have signed Ben White, blah, blah, blah. I think it was good that we made a couple of changes. Obviously, one was enforced, we had no Partey. Jorginho, I think he did brilliantly. I don't think he put a foot wrong. Passing was good. He made an absolutely exquisite pass to create a chance. I think it was for Saka, if I'm not mistaken, in the first half, and it was absolutely amazing. It was just a long ping. He did brilliantly. Like for me, Jorginho did what he was brought in to do. Um, definitely was a good home debut for him. And everyone's talking about parties. Now, Jorginho's a step down. I thought Jorginho was alright. Shaka was alright. But having said that, the whole team was just sloppy with their passing. I've never seen Arsenal give a ball away so many times. Partey did it, to be fair, in the last game against Brentford. He did it a lot. Just pass the ball to them. I hate that. It's the most annoying, obnoxious thing to watch when you're watching a game on TV, at least. Is like, don't pass it to their players. It's like one of the most basic things. It's just, it looks embarrassing every single time, and we did it a lot in this game. We were nervous, but the first half, going back to the first half, I thought we were brilliant. I thought we were by far the better team. We were playing really well. We had way more chances, way more possession. They were gifted a goal. Let's just be real about that. That goal wouldn't have gone in unless we helped them make it. And then we got the penalty, Stonewall penalty. I don't know why Man United fans in particular. I bring up Man United because they're the fans that are coming at me on Twitter, pretty much just as it was happening. Like, the goalkeeper, well, why is the goalkeeper immune for making fouls in the box? It's like, don't understand. The commentator was saying, well, if that was Walker, if that was another defender, Stonewall penalty. Well, okay, cool. But it's the goalkeeper. Like, the goalkeeper didn't come out, he had his hands by his side. Excuse me. He had his hand by his side. He wasn't going for the ball. he knew the ball had passed him because Eddie had taken the shot. And some people say, well, his momentum took him. Where was he supposed to go? Well, not charging out the box into a player. That's what you're supposed to do. Anyway, so, yeah, I thought I mean, whether you debate the penalty or not, I think going into the break 1-1 was fair. Slightly unfair to us, to be honest with you. Edison was time wasting from the half-hour mark, which is absolutely embarrassing for a team like Man City, who claim to be the best team in the world. Absolutely embarrassing behaviour, and he deserved a yellow card, and I think he was lucky to stay on the pitch because, you know, he was on a yellow card and commit the foul in the box. Was that maybe it wasn't definitely not a straight red, but you could argue and make a good case that that should have been a second yellow card. Just irritating all game, to be honest with you. And yeah, obviously, David Silva, Bernardo Silva, fouling Saka for fun. I counted at least 3 times in the entire game where he actually fouled him, and then there was another one that wasn't given a foul that I thought was a foul. So it was, for me, 4 fouls at least that I could think of, and I think he got a yellow card, but I don't think he got a yellow card for fouling anyone. I think he got a yellow card for something else. I can't remember. I know that Walker got a yellow card for being an idiot, and going off the pitch injured, and then just running on the pitch when he felt like it to tackle. So, the referee very, very, very lenient on Man City. Booked them for stupid. He booked Edison for time wasting, which was fair. But it's like, well, okay, cool. But what about all these bloody fouls they've been doing? Bukayo Saka, I mean, you can absolutely tell the entire league is absolutely terrified of this kid because they free pile him on, they put 3 men on him, they foul him to no end, and they know they can get away with it. Bernardo Silva knew that he could foul probably 3 or 4 times, and he did. Like, he didn't get booked for fouling, so. Anyway, I'm not gonna continue that one. Going into the break was 1-1, I think was fair. Normally we're a second half team. Normally we get by in the first half. Unless we score an early goal, we get by in the first half. And then so I'm choking for no reason. And then we come out in the second half. Arteta does his team talk or whatever, and then we come out firing, but it was the opposite to this game. We just didn't turn up in the second half. Not quite sure what happened. We did alright, but noticeably more sloppy, noticeably more terrified. And obviously, you know, the 72nd minute, Grealish of all players, I think, gets his third goal of the whole season. Of course he does. Another gift, to be honest with you. They didn't have to work terribly hard to score this goal. And 2-1 down, you know, less than 20 minutes left to go. I think our heads dropped, and then Haaland gets his goal, because obviously we saw that coming from a mile away. And it ends up 3-1. So we weren't outplayed, except for the last maybe 10 minutes or so. We weren't outplayed. We gave them a real good shock in that first half. I think we, especially Pep. I think Pep had a couple of oh shit moments in this game, especially in the first half. I think we relatively proved that we deserve to be in the title race. We weren't 3-1's misleading in my opinion. 2-1 probably would be a fair shout, considering the second half we were just absolutely terrible. But I think 3-1's a little bit misleading. 3-1 makes it sound like they pummeled us, and they didn't at all. Even when we were sloppy in the second half, they didn't really outplay us too bad. They just, got the second goal, and they're just on cruise control, which champions do. Champions can get away with that, but we weren't outplayed, really. And we played relatively well, apart from the sloppy passing. The gift of the first goal, the semi-gift of the second goal. You could argue the third goal was a gift as well, but I think the third goal was a foregone conclusion. But we weren't outplayed. We haven't played necessarily badly in the last 3 games, except for Everton. Everton, we should not have lost that game. If we got a point against Everton, we'd been alright. We haven't played terribly. It's just we don't have an attacking threat. I think the goal today is the first goal we've scored. Did we score against Brentford? I can't remember. We've barely been scoring goals. Erdegaard's been missing. Martinelli's been missing. Eddie Nketiah, I've got to talk about him. Like, he's a great player and he's a goal scorer and he's done really well for us so far. But bro had at least 3 chances that he should have at least got on target and he skied them all. Jesus, probably you could argue Jesus would have scored them, at least a couple, at least one, and he has to take some of the, not the blame, but the responsibility for this game. Some of the responsibility anyway. Tomiyasu obviously was the first goal, but that was his first start for God knows how long. We don't have a plan B for Eddie yet. I didn't see Arteta making any changes from Man City. I felt like if this was against any other team, we would have seen Trossard start, we would have seen Jorginho probably start, and maybe Tomiyasu or maybe Tierney left back instead of Zinchenko. But I think Man City, he wasn't going to make too many changes. I was a little bit surprised Tomiyasu started, to be honest, but I figured that was because he's a bit more of a defensive, capable wing back or full back or whatever, and whereas Ben White is a bit more forward thinking. Obviously he's the centre back playing right back. But yeah, apart from that, obviously Partey was enforced. He got injured, so we had to make that change. But other than that, we would have made one change. I didn't see Arteta make a load of changes. I think we'll make a lot of changes against Villa. I'm pretty sure Trossard's going to start. I'm pretty sure that maybe Tierney's going to start. Maybe we'll rest Zinchenko. Give some of the newbies. Vieira, for me, didn't do anything when he got off the... That's the trouble. The bench is still a bit weak. We're missing Reece Nelson. We're missing Jesus, obviously. We just... Apart from Trossard, we don't really have any offensive players off the bench. And that's a bit worrying. So hopefully Jesus can come back in the next couple of weeks or so. He's been out for a good 2 months already. Maybe he's almost fit, but there are positives. We are only level on points against City, and we have a game in hand, and that game in hand is against Everton at home, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what I'm led to believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If what we need immediately is to bounce back against Villa, we need an absolute win, for God's sake. Like, it feels like an absolute age since we had a win. If we win that game, I'm not sure who City play, but City are going to slip up a couple more times in this season. People saying, well, that's that now. City just going to win every single game. I don't think so. I think they were beatable in this game. If we had Jesus, if we had Partey, if our team had maybe gotten better results in the last 2 games and we were playing like we were playing at the beginning of January, hell yeah, we would have beaten this Man City team. Man City are beatable right now. They are beatable. They're gettable. I mean, hell, Man United got points off them, for God's sake. If you want any proof that Man City are gettable this season, then there you go. So, City are going to drop points. This is going to be an interesting, exciting, terrifying title race between Arsenal and Man City. I don't see Man United getting into it. Definitely don't see Newcastle getting into it. We just got to give it a bounce back against Villa. If we can win against Villa, then maybe we've righted the ship and we can just move forward. And then obviously if we win that game in hand, then this win means nothing because we'll be 3 points clear of Man City at the top. So enjoy it while you can right now. The title race is not over. It took a big dent today. Like, I have to do it a bit, but this title race is not over. We're still in it. And it just depends. I mean, for first stop is to get a result against Villa. If we can get a win against Villa, then okay, cool. That's a line under that. But it's just I'm worried. I'm worried that this is the start of a long run of disappointment, which would suck. Because you start every Arsenal fan, whether they admit it or not, has started to think about the title. Um, if this season is just top four in the Champions League for us next season, I'm happy with that. Like, I'm genuinely happy. I'll be absolutely ecstatic if we win the league. But the objective for me, and you can go back through all my videos and you can see, was just get into the Champions League next season and start competing at the highest level, start getting better caliber players in because we have Champions League football to offer them. Um, and yeah, but can you justify being top of the league for what, 4 months, 3 months, and not win it? Um, but we haven't given it up yet. The next couple of games are key, and we'll just have to move on. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you think about Saka and Odegaard being missing, and Saka being our best player right now, and Eddie and Katia. What do we do about him? What do you think about Jesus coming back? Um, and the bench as well. But we've got lots of talking points. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys very soon. I think the Villa game's on Saturday night, so I'll be back probably Sunday-ish time, depending on my schedule. Yeah. But anyway, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you guys very soon. Adios.